Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky and I work in the spirit dimensions. And as always, in all my videos or on my live feeds, simply take what resonates. And you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I thought I would hop on this morning and wish you all very much a happy love day. It is Valentine's Day. I work really hard to make Valentine's Day that vibration present every day in all things that I do. So I thought I would come on and just talk about that heart space today. Good morning. Hi there, Wesley. It's nice to see you. I thought I would just come on and talk about that heart space, being that, we have a calendar day that reminds us to tap into that energy. Good morning. Welcome, everybody coming in. Happy Love Day. Happy Love Day. I love you all. And thank you very much for loving me in return. It is a calendar day. It is a day that we celebrate love. I thought I would come on and share and just talk about that space. I had this conversation with some mentoring students last night about tapping into the heart space and kind of learning to navigate through the physical world and through easy times and hard times from that space, being able to speak from there. Even when things are difficult, even when, let's just say there's something tough going on or someone's caused a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. I come to that heart space to speak in. I come from that heart space, even if I have to step back from people, even if it's a hard relationship or some difficult times, I kind of bring myself back into that space to be able to speak from there. And it has always served me very well to be able to speak from that heart space and do everything from that heart space. And yeah, you know what, we know this and we practice this sometimes, but I've put a lot of effort into coming into that space at all times. And the one big reason that I kind of worked really hard on that is that's how the spirit dimensions communicate. When I teach mediumship, when I teach animal communication, that's where the angelics speak from, and that is how animals communicate. And love is is the essence of who we are. The essence of who we are resides in that space, and being able to tap in there and speak from there and do all things from that space is a very powerful tool. That helps in so many different ways. It helps reduce anxiety for me. I find that if I come here, if I have a difficult conversation that I have to have, if I come into that heart space, if I come into that space of love, even when it's words that are difficult, even when it's relationships that are difficult, when we let go of people, just think about this for a moment, because we do have to let go of people sometimes. When we have to go in a different direction from people, if we can come into that heart space, we're sending people off, wishing them only the best, but we're also loving and honoring ourselves when we have to make those tough decisions, when we have to move forward. It also strengthens relationships when you can connect from a heart to heart space with someone. The relationship kind of transforms when that's the piece of them that you are in connection with, whether it be friendships or like spousal relationships or romantic relationships. When we communicate from there, when we go there, when we sit in that person's heart space, and when we open up our own heart space to allow people in there, it enhances the connection that we have with people. When we go into our heart space, when we're out in nature, when we just kind of feel the vibration of nature from our own heart space, we connect at a very deep level, at an intimate level with all things when we go into there. So, is it tough sometimes? Yeah, it is tough sometimes. Let's all be brutally honest. It is tough sometimes to navigate and work from that space. But I'll tell you right now, it's so worth it. It is so worth it, and it is such a beautiful place to be. It also really helps, for me anyway. It helps navigate when things are difficult. If I'm doing things from my heart space, I really feel deeply that I'm doing the best that I can. I really kind of feel with that. It's helped me grow in so many incredible ways when I took less time here and more time here with living my life. Yeah, so being Valentine's Day, I thought I would talk about that love space, that space within, trying to look at myself from that space within. It's, when you take a look at yourself through the eyes of your heart, or through the vibration of your heart, you will see yourself in a very different light. You will soften on how hard you are on yourself sometimes when you kind of look through things through the eyes of the heart space. And the old saying, like, follow your heart, follow your soul, follow your heart. There's so many answers there. We can listen to our intuition better through there, better than using our head. Well, it's just, there's so much clarity, and there's so much peace, and there's such an easier way of navigating through those hard times and those difficult relationships. Yeah. So that is my little rant today on taking things from that heart space. And how do you get there? So, one thing that is really important is just being able to remind yourself to go here. So you can put your hand on your heart. You can focus on your breath for a moment. I always sit with things in that heart space. I try really hard to avoid those knee-jerk reactions. And even when it's difficult words to speak, even when, like I said, if you have to step back from people, or if you have to speak your truth coming from that heart space, I find that it flows so much better, and it's also received very much better from other people. That is huge. People can often receive our words and our feelings when we kind of navigate that from our heart space. If I come to you and I'm speaking from my heart space, no matter how difficult the situation may be, it's received different energetically. The energy behind it is received far different than when we take that when we take it from somewhere else. I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see some of the comments here that are coming in this morning. Can you please tell me who my spirit was that I saw in my house a week ago? Heather. Heather, what I'm feeling with this spirit, it's really kind of interesting. I sat with there for a second, and what I picked up a few things. I picked up that this is a teacher from the spirit dimensions that is kind of working with you on opening up to receiving more spirit information or more spirit activity. So, Heather, my question to you is, have you been kind of more open lately to receive information from spirit, or have you been like less fearful and more aware? Because I just feel it's because of your heightened awareness in your spiritual growth that you're seeing them. So it's very similar. I'll just use me as an example. If I go out anywhere, I'm going to see spirit because I'm so open to be aware. I have been more aware. Yes, Heather. So I think that I don't feel it's a deceased loved one. I feel it kind of very similar to a guide, more of a teacher from the spirit dimensions. I get like, I call them, like strangers. I get spirits that are strangers to me from the spirit dimensions, just popping in to literally teach me something, or to just show themselves, to work on my trust. I really feel that is kind of what's been that's happening there with you. And the more that you're open to receive, the more that you're going to get. Oh, Joe Smith, I'm sending my heart to you, darling. I keep seeing the number 4. So is the number 4 significant? So the month of April, or is it a family of 4? I keep seeing the 4. I can also see like literally a hand and blowing kisses out your way. He needs you to know that he's very much okay. He's literally, all I see is his hand and blowing kisses out your way. I also, this is kind of what I see as well. I see him checking into the spirit dimensions, and then he literally says, I've checked in. I'll be right back. He comes back into the physical world to kind of let everybody know that he's very much okay. I also feel like this real warm softening of just like peace running through me. I just feel this unbelievable amount of peace. He wants you to know that he has that. Kimberly, haven't caught a live in a while. I'm yearning to know my spirit guides. Any messages for me? Okay, Kimberly, let's just lean in there. Kimberly, I'm feeling a shift within the last 3 months. I feel like a new spirit guide has come in. I also feel a very gentle yet firm push, kind of push you forward. I feel like it's a lot of personal growth. I feel like there's been a lot of things that have been kind of coming your way in the last 3 months that have been helping you grow, helping to push you. I feel like there's that push like just that push forward to navigate through. I also feel that I have to talk to you about it, that it's okay to need to stand alone sometimes. I just feel this guide kind of saying it's okay that if you need to kind of stand alone and to process things. So I don't know if you have a lot of information coming at you from people or a lot of different opinions, but I just feel I have to give you that message that it's okay. You don't have to lean in there. You don't have to process anything until you're ready, and until you can take some time to process things on your own. I also have to talk about I can see this horse. There's a horse that's kind of come forward that's also trying to connect with you with a lot of navigation, again with the forward momentum. So I really feel that there's this whole forward momentum that the spirit dimensions are really trying to give you. Happy Valentine's Day to those of you coming in. I am going to take a few more messages. I cannot stay live very long today. I will share more details as this unravels. But I'm taking an exam today, and I'm very excited. And I do have to kind of get myself grounded and kind of refocused on that very shortly. So Kimberly, you have acknowledged that makes sense to you, Kimberly. Okay, I'm really grateful. Let's see where I need to go. Speaking of animals, I would like to know if it's possible if my dog is in pain and how to connect to her. When I sit there, I can feel a lot of stiffness. But I'm not in a lot of pain. I do feel stiff though. One thing that you can do, and remember, I'm not a vet, so if you have any concerns, I always say speak to your vet 100%. But one thing that you can do in order to connect with your animal is I'll give you a little bit of animal communication 101 is animals communicate through that heart space. So visualizing your heart coming into your heart space and connecting to the animal's heart space. And what helps is I always ask animals to show me. So show me what hurts. Show me how you feel, and then just bring your awareness to any sensations that you're feeling in your body. When I kind of leaned in there to this dog, I'm feeling stiff. I feel like I feel like it's a little bit difficult, but I'm not in a lot of pain. So I do hope that resonates with you. Is it Maruna? I hope that resonates with you. When it comes to that dog. And again, if you have any concerns, always double check with your vet. All right, let's take a few more. Okay. Gallus Universe. I have heard people whispering in my bedroom while half asleep. Would you please tell me if that is real or is it just my imagination? I think you're hearing spirit chattered, 100%. I don't feel that that's your imagination at all. I also feel that the key piece to this is when you're half asleep. Quite often, spirit does connect with us, mainly because that is an opportunity for the spirit dimensions to communicate because we're not so much in our head. I do feel that the chatter that you're hearing, I do feel it coming from the angelics. I feel that you're hearing your spirit counsel. I also feel that you are communicating with them. I feel like you're either asking or asking them to come closer because I see an invitation. I feel like you're inviting counsel to come a little closer. I feel like you're looking for either validation or for some guidance because they're showing me that this has been an invited conversation. They've been invited. So when spirit shows me that, it's usually because we have been asking. And there's many different forms of asking when we connect to the spirit dimensions, or just simply, whether it be through prayer, whether we just simply say, I really need some help with this. Can you give me clarity? I would like some guidance. I'm open to receive. Those are all very simple ways of asking for guidance. And I feel like you're hearing the chatter back. So one thing that I would ask is, if I would ask them to, I always say to spirit, if I can't hear it clearly, ask them to turn it up a little bit, or just sit in meditation a little bit and just simply ask them to turn the volume up a little bit. I always say turn it up a little bit, because I have learned through my own experience with spirit, if I say turn it up, I have had it go the other way, where it was really, really loud, almost a distorted loud. So just my advice to you is ask them to turn that volume up a little bit. Thank you, Miss Sandra, for wishing me good luck. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Somebody, I was telling somebody that I was writing an exam, a friend of mine, and she says to me, "Well, if you don't know a question, or the answer to a question, if you don't know, will you ask spirit?" And I kind of chuckled. I kind of chuckled. I have asked spirit to help me. I would never ask them to cheat, but I did ask them for direction on this course that I took, if I needed to take it or not. But I had to do the work. Spirit just kind of guides me through it. But I said to her, no, I'm not going to ask for an answer. I may ask for clarity, or I may ask for some guidance, but I won't ask spirit to help me cheat. It was a cute question. I just thought I would share it. Um, I think, if I look back a couple times, I have over my lifetime, not recently, but in my, when I was a little bit younger, I have asked spirit to show me what was in a gift once. um, and they did. And you know what the lesson was in that? It ruined the surprise. So it, because when I went to open it, there was less of a surprise. But I think that is the worst I have done as far as asking spirit to help me with something that I probably shouldn't have done, was show me what was in that gift. um, so yeah, that's little chuckle. Come on, spirit. What's the answer to number 7? That's right. What's the answer to number 7? It's I don't even know. You know what? It's interesting. I don't even know if they would tell me. I don't know. I always ask for guidance. So, and I always know, like, I have to roll up my own sleeves to do my own work, but spirit will guide me. I will probably ask for support. Can you support me through this exam? Can you sit with me through this exam? But I won't ask for answers. But it is funny. Okay, Kayla, I was wondering if you would ask spirit for the answers too. If I'm doing terribly, if I feel the exam's going terribly, maybe I'll lean in there. But I think I think that the guidance that I was given to take myself into this direction was very much spirit guided. So I think I'll just trust that. I'll just simply trust. Okay, Kimberly, my son Jameson is begging me to smudge the house. I feel like he's clairvoyant. I feel he's very much energetically aware, 100%. So if he's asking you to smudge your house, he's feeling some energy. Perhaps he's also aware that people dump energy in their house. So, our home generally is the place, I call it our dumping ground. Because we're comfortable, we can do releasing in our house. The first thing you often do when you walk into your house, think about it for a moment. If you walk into the house after a really bad day, or a heavy day, or a difficult day, the first thing you do is you oh, thank goodness I'm home, and you let it all go there. So that builds up, just like dust on your furniture. That builds up, and people who are energetically aware feel that. They feel the heaviness, or they often hear it. I will often hear it as static. Literally, I will hear it like static if there's a buildup of energy. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's something negative in your house. Like, it doesn't mean that there's negative energy or anything like that. It means that the dumping needs to be cleared up. I just feel he's very aware of the emotions and the energy. Just simple things like frustration. Energy is so powerful. When we release it, it hangs around, which is why because I'm very energetically aware, I can tell the millisecond energy changes. I am like very, I don't want to say high alert, but I'm very, very aware when energy changes. I would also talk to your son a little bit about a little bit of protecting himself energetically, especially if he's feeling that he's absorbing it. I would just get him to kind of sit and just visualize some light around himself, or like stepping into a beautiful ball of light, just to kind of protect himself energetically if he's a feeler. I really feel that he's a feeler. Speaking of spirits, some months back, my little sister kept feeling a presence in her room, and even heard a sigh, and even felt pressure on her head. Who or what exactly is it? I'm leaning in there, Easy Puff, with some ancestor stuff. I kind of got leaned out. I leaned in first to the spirit, to the angelics, and I got kind of leaned out over into ancestors, and I also feel it goes back quite a ways. Like I don't feel it like just one generation. I feel like I'm going back several generations. And even though we don't know, we may not have had a connection with them, they still connect with us. And I just feel that it was a loving reminder to let her know that she is protected, not alone. And I also keep hearing that I need to remind her how powerful she is, how beautiful she is. How I just feel like it's a reminder that you come from strength. I really feel that. And I can feel my legs becoming stronger and stronger. Like I just feel that strength. So I don't know if you just sit back for a second, Easy Puff, and just kind of think when that happened, was she struggling with anything where she wasn't feeling her own personal strength or feeling strong enough? I feel my legs are just becoming so strong, like strong, and full of energy. So just kind of reflect back there for a moment. Was she kind of navigating through something? It doesn't have to be anything huge, but I just feel like she needed to be reminded from ancestors that she does have a lot of personal strength. Some more validation from Kimberly. He definitely is. Great, great. Okay, I have to go and study and refresh my mind and get myself grounded. Lana, are you on Instagram? I am on Instagram under the Hawk and I. I'm trying harder to get better at posting on Instagram. Instagram, I don't resonate with a big pull on Instagram, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know why, but I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to post more frequently, but I don't post as often on Instagram. Sorry, but you can find the Hawk and I on there as well. So thank you for your love and support, everyone. I'll be on probably, I think, let me check my calendar. I think I can come back on. I know I can't do tomorrow because I'm working quite early, but let's just see what my week looks like here. I tend not to often. Sometimes I do, but I often don't look ahead to see where I'm at. I'll see you all Thursday morning. How about that? I'll see you all Thursday morning. Wishing you a great love day. Work on staying in that vibration. Work on doing all things from the heart space. It takes a little bit of practice, but work on staying in that. Work on staying in that and taking all things to that heart. As always, love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided day.